even.
You're talking about the O'Farrells.
Mhm.
What was it? Know what happened?
Well, I mean, they're wondering if I know what the hell I'm doing.
Because they've seen a lot of farming.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And they never worked on an organic farm.
Mhm.
So, last year they were like, oh, here we go. And we had a good year. And they found out, wow.
They got paid well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely, they get paid well.
The thing that I because I'm in business as well, is that this looks like a very fragile system. There's you, Michelle, the children, the O'Farrells. Each one of you is important.
Mm-hmm.
What's plan B?
No one pony stops the show.
You think you can?
I think that my wife would be the irreplaceable one for sure. Because I couldn't deal with all the customers. I couldn't. I had enough of that. I think the operation would collapse without Michelle. Other than that, I think I'm replaceable. And I mean, with my coworkers, the bottom line with them is that if we don't make it, they'll just go to some other farm and get a job. So it's. But we hope we're past that point right now.
How do you mean you're not replaceable? Who I mean, who would replace?
Well, because I talk to my wife so much about what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I talk about is the soil, and I mean, if you went in next to my lounge chair, look at the reading paraphernalia, next to the toilet, look at what I'm reading. I mean, it's just everywhere. It's all consuming. In other words, I'm not reading no novels. I'm reading about what I love to do, and so.
But who would take your place?
Michelle would, and that's why I've taken time to go through with Michelle, knows how to drive the tractors. And I've gone through with Juan and Fernando. They know how to I showed them how to use the equipment. I showed them how to lay the plastic. I showed them how to make the beds, lay drip tape. I showed them.
So what you're suggesting is if something happens to you,
let the show go on.
the show can go on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If it doesn't, I'll haunt the hell out of everybody. And I told my wife, if you decide if something happens to me that you don't want to, you meet somebody else or whatever. I'm hoping that none of this happens, but that leave me here. I want to be cremated for the record, and leave me here. Spread me around, whatever you want to do. Put a little hole in next to all my animals that I loved, and that's where I want to. But leave me here. But I think that I'm definitely replaceable. I think that I know quite a bit about what's going on. I think it's a skilled job, but I think I'm showing enough, and I'm trying to show enough things so that, I mean, I got to look at the facts, man. I've had 120 instances of skin cancer. I mean, I'm the poster boy for skin cancer. That's what 7 dermatologists told me. So, couple that with, thought I was having a massive heart attack a couple years ago. And yeah, I mean, I'm not an idiot. You got to prepare yourself. I don't want to, I already feel bad enough that I've left, we're this far in the hole. But I feel better about things this year and last year than I have in the past, where I blame myself totally.
This isn't the kind of conversation that one of your members would like to hear.
Tough.
Do you think it's useful for them to understand this?
I'll tell you what, I think that, there's hardship in everybody's life. Everybody's got bills, and everybody's got, farming is a farmer takes business chances and has to take business chances that nobody in the business world in their right minds would ever take. And it's been proven. And, you come off a bad year, you didn't make any money, so you have to borrow more money if you want to farm the next year. Startup costs and whatnot. And so I think that the CSA thing, if my customers understand, that, hey man, I'm not, I don't have a vacation cabin out back here. We're working 7 days a week, 24/7, trying to do the right thing for our customers and, for the earth. I mean, this is our job, man. Provide food, clean food, and there's nothing I'd rather be doing, but they should know that it isn't easy, because most of them couldn't pick their own lunch.
Do you think, do you think if they heard this conversation, they would be worried about their investment? I mean, they give you $500.
540, and they share the risk. I would say that even in our worst years, and there have been quite a few, when me and my wife went like eight or nine straight years with, I think the poverty level was like $17,000, and we were below the poverty level combined income for like 9 straight years. And if they look around and they see that, geez, I mean, that the house has got crappy windows in it and it's needs a lot of work, but look at, they got all this, that they'll see the commitment that me and my family have put out there by, you know, trying to make this happen.
And the quality of the food is.
Yeah, it's got to be good, man. If you can't, if you can't bring your A game, then I'll plow it in if I'm not happy with it.
Why does the farmer do this?
It's a disease. It really is. It's a disease. I don't know. I mean, it is gratifying and very rewarding when things go well. So I mean, and to be in a partnership for me, spiritually, with my maker and I mean, I'm not an overly religious person, but man, I don't see how you can be out there and see this stuff popping out of the ground and not be a believer. So it's just one of them things. It's just something that's got to get done.
So what's next?
So what's next? Well, I need to cultivate because it's farm tour day, and I wanted to get a couple plots cleaned up, and then maybe I could give a demonstration when I leave the G tractor out there on how we do some of our cultivating for weed control. And then I'm going to, or before that, I'm going to take you back and show you how the crows have ganged up against Maple Creek Farm and decided that they don't want us to have any watermelons and cantaloupe.
That next?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Ed, can you drink this with me?
You're gonna stay here and you're cleaning this mess up.
I'm okay.